Alright, so this is the first thing I'm recorded in like a minute actually. It's 5:35 in the morning and I'm at the Atlanta airport. I've been Lyft driving for a minute, so much so that I actually kind of outgrew that whole rental program where I was paying $400 a week for that car. So I actually bit the bullet and bought my own car. So it's just money going into my account now. The payments are they're a little bit higher than I would like, I guess, but it's like a 3-year plan, which is nice. And it's less than the $400 a week by like a significant amount. So it's like reasonable and it's doable. But you know, it's just like working and all that shit. It's just like you just have to actually show up for it. But yeah, 5:36 in the morning. I'm at the airport waiting for a ride. See whenever I can get from the airport. Yeah, that's sort of the meta right now. I was supposed to be done with phlebotomy school this week, but the class that I was in actually got canceled. So I was in like an expedited $6. Get the fuck out of here. No. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not taking a $6 ride. I see a lot of people took rides though just then, so assuming they got something better. But yeah, $6. I didn't drive 20 minutes to get a $6 ride to a busy area. Like, I came out here for something hopefully kind of significant, but you know, it's kind of luck of the draw with Lyft. But I don't know, whenever I do this, I can generally average at least like 100 by at least 12 o'clock, and that's kind of late. I feel like I was kind of getting close to 100 around like maybe like 9 or 10, if it's like a good day. So, and I've been like toying with the idea of like maybe doing like the overnight shift, because that's what a lot of people are saying. And when they get in the car, and if they're like old Lyft drivers, they're like, yeah, I used to drive all night. I'm like, I just don't know about that. I feel like I need to like set up a better camera system in my car for safety and shit like that. But yeah, so the class I was in got canceled, the expedited class, so was supposed to be a month, and I would be finishing this week doing like the prerequisites, all that shit, and then I'd be applying. But that got canceled. I guess the teacher didn't show up or something, or like she quit, because we actually needed a substitute for the first week of the class because the teacher never showed up on the first day. And so the teacher who they got to cover for that is actually the Saturday teacher. So whenever the class got canceled, literally like 5 minutes later, I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go to the Saturday class because I know that woman shows up and she's like a good teacher. So yeah, but the issue with the Saturday class is that it's actually 2 months instead of the 1 month, and I would be starting over. So basically day one, I missed a whole week of class. Just fucking lame. So yeah, it's like a 2-month thing now. Not the worst thing in the world, but just not what I was planning. I was planning to like be like applying for jobs at this point, like legitimately, and like being certified by the end of this week. But now it's gonna be next month, so I'm just like lifting full-time a little bit longer than I would have hoped. Again, not the worst thing in the world, but again, not ideal. So yeah. Just ate this fucking bratwurst that I got from Kroger, which is actually fucking up my stomach because I didn't realize it had corn syrup in it when I got it. So that's kind of lame. But I'm hungry right now and I already cooked them. So beggars can't be choosers. I could have, honestly, weirdly enough, the ones from Quick Trip actually don't bother my stomach. As a glutard, you know, someone who can't do gluten, and I also have Crohn's, so just certain things I can't eat. And over the years, corn has just progressively gotten harder and harder to digest. in whatever form. Like, I used to be able to do, like, corn tortillas and shit like that, but... Oh, no, not anymore. But... Fucking hell, this app. I swear, so I drove here today. It's like a 20-minute drive if I wake up early enough from my house to get to the Atlanta airport. I get here, it doesn't immediately put me in the queue, and it starts giving me these other rides that are like, hey, I just wanna... I'm like this far away, but I want to go here. And I'm like, no. And now thinking about it, I probably should have taken them. Because it's like, I just assumed I would get something pretty decent by now. It's been like not even 20 minutes, but I probably could have done like 2 or 3 trips already. Not in the 20 minutes, but like maybe like 1 or 2. I don't know. They were pretty short trips, but I would just be picking up someone pretty close to the airport and then bringing it back. And I was like, I don't want to fucking do that. I just got here. But realistically, if I had done that, so I'll figure out that meta as I go on. But 1 to 5 drivers ahead of me at the moment. So actually, before I get anything, I'm actually gonna do this. So I've been taking Mullen. It's just like an extract for mucus. Kind of tastes like, I don't know, like molasses or some shit. It's crazy to see how the car's coming in now. Just gonna get my fucking jacket off. Ugh. But, I don't know, I've been like going sober, cause like, don't need weed in the system type shit. I had a dream last night and I remember it. So that's cool. So that just means that, you know, less weed in the system, because you don't really dream whenever you smoke heavily, and I've been high for like the past 5 years of my life, so. But yeah, crazy ass dream, man. I was trying to get in touch with my grandpa and my uncle. They were on the phone, and I was trying to get like an answer out of them for this thing, but they weren't responding to me, no matter how much I would like say anything. And then I was at this like, we were in like Barcelona, and I was just surrounded by just a bunch of women and like 2 other dudes who I didn't know, but we were like vibing. But we're all just like at this like swimming hole, jumping into this like cavern. It's like gated off. It's hard to describe, but like you jump in, it's like 100-foot drop down water. It's like crystal clear. You could see all the way through it. And we're all just like having a blast. And like, I wake up with me like finally getting the courage to just like jump into this water, this crystal clear water. I'm like, all right, you guys just make sure I don't like sink to the bottom. And like, they're all like, yeah, we got you. And then also all the women were not clothed as well. But that was like the least important part of the dream, which is why I say it last. We were all just like vibing and just like vibing. Ooh, it was a vibe, man. It was a fucking vibe. But we were just like there and just living. It was a weird dream, man. I don't know why that's what it was. I was trying to get an answer from my uncle about like when we could like finish up my engine, which is a real thing that we're doing, but I don't know why my grandpa would be there. I would think that my dad would show up before him in a dream, but no, it's my grandfather, so yeah. I really don't know, man. But it's weird. It was a dream, and I actually remembered it, so it's kind of monumental. Maybe that's why I wanted to record today. I just feel very lucid at the moment. So I've been just like, I don't know, trying to be more diligent with working out, shit like that. Let me get some. Oh. fucking man. Yeah, I need to get out of the car and fucking stretch for a second. I gotta remember to do that because it's like if I'm in this car for most of the day, I won't be really moving my legs or anything like that, so gotta get in them where I can. It's crazy. I got out and I stretched. I didn't realize there was like a Tesla right beside me, so that was pretty awkward. They immediately just like drove off and like scooched over, so yeah. Which I completely understand. I'm like, I might try to get a recording of what this place looks like. It'd be weird now because like what just happened, but it's just like a bunch of us. And there we go, $35 for 48 minutes. We're gonna go pick this guy up.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right to exit the parking lot on North Terminal Parkway.
Yes, ma'am. Don't mind if I do. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna sign off here, but... Alright, so same day, I dropped the dude off who I just was driving with, or just did a, just like lifted, or I don't know how to say it, a customer. He's pretty chill, had a good conversation in a little bit. He's telling me to keep doing what I'm doing. People are always so, they always are like, oh man, you got a good head on your head, you talk well, you know, you're easy to communicate with. Honestly, any conversation, a lot of people end up saying this to me, and it's gotten to the point where it's like, I like wait for it and I kind of hate it, because it's like, it's a genuine compliment. But sometimes I'm like, is this just like a canned response that people will say because I hear it so often, and I sound like I'm fucking bragging about myself right now, and this is gross, so I'm gonna shut up. But yeah, it was a fine drive, everything was cool. It was like 48 minutes or whatever, so we're just chilling. He told me a little bit about his work and all that shit. Thankfully he waited till I got off the highway to start talking, so that's pretty cool. But damn, I don't really have a reasonable place to put my phone, to be honest with you. I'm over here holding it while I drive. But I don't even know where it's recording from, because it could be recording from the audio in the car, like when I was in the Buick. But I'm gonna find that out later, I guess, so it's whatever. But yeah, he got dropped off. I kind of fucked myself today, in all honesty. So before, whenever I would do like the Lyft driving, whenever I would drive in the mornings, I would try to pick somebody up, so like they have scheduled rides, so I would try to get a scheduled ride into the airport, and then one away from the airport, and then that's basically, that's kind of just like $50 to $60 almost guaranteed, because it's like one more trip after that, you're in like the $60 to like $70 range, it seems like. But today, I was like, fuck it, I'll just go there and then drive away. But ultimately, now that I think about it, that was probably a bad idea. Because it's like, I'm in McDonough right now, or I was, and I'm on the way back to the city of Atlanta. But it's like I have an hour and some change to get there. And I could have went the highway road, but I don't want to go on the highway right now, because it's like, this is like prime traffic time. Everybody's going into work, so everybody's going to be speeding, and honestly, it's just less safe, and it still kind of freaks me out, which is why getting up in the morning is, you know, kind of what I'm trying to do. Because if I'm out early as fuck, there's just less people on the road. And it's another reason why the night shift kind of seems more and more enticing the more I do this. But the safety on the night shift is what I'm more concerned with. Like, I got some pepper spray today. I ordered it yesterday, but it got here today. So I actually, like, came outside and the box was waiting for me, so. But like, I'm on these back roads. I got an hour, 16 minutes to get back. And it's like, this is just kind of dead time. I'm just kind of driving, which isn't the worst thing in the world. I like driving. Honestly, driving this car is so much fucking fun. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Alright. If you could see the way I have this right now, you'd think I'm a stupid motherfucker, but I'm not even gonna describe it. Because I'm wearing a hoodie. So I just like tucked it in to my hoodie. Look at this line of people. But it's like either way I went, it was like Google Maps is like heavier than normal traffic. But anyways, I kind of fucked myself because it's like now I'm out here and I just have all this dead time and I'm wasting gas. So yeah, I need to be back in the city, but I have at least an hour to get there, highway or not. Which is kind of lame. Yeah, that's where I'm at. No explanation for the dream. I really don't know what that was about. It was wonderful. I had a great time in the dream. I mean, I was surrounded by naked women who were just chilling, I guess, so. You know, I can't be too mad at the dream. It's weird, whenever I have, like, a dream about stuff like that, I never have, like, sex dreams. It's never me and somebody fucking. I will never have that dream. It's always me, and we'll be, like, nude or whatever, but it never goes to sex. There's never really an attraction. Like, I can recognize that people are hot or whatever, but in a dream, I never, ever will have sex with anyone. Ever. I can get aroused, I can think about it, but I will not. Or it just never works out, or it's just not on my brain. So, I don't know what that means. But, anyways, so I'm making my way back to the city. I'm gonna try to, like, the goal is to at least get 100 every single shift, no matter what. I might be struggling a little bit today, because it's like I'm losing hours at this point. So, yeah. There was, yesterday, Tuesday, there was actually a pretty decent ride-in, but it was at like 7:45 or something, and I was like, I don't want to do that. But now, looking at it and like thinking about how this shit works, I probably should have just did that. Because it's like, I don't know, I'm not trying to be out here all day. I'm trying to put less miles on the car ultimately, because this is now my car. Granted, I did go for like I got like a tire plan, so if I pop a tire, I should be good. And I have like the powertrain covered for 24 months or whatever. But like I got some coverage to make sure that I'm not like completely out there if like the engine blows up or something while I'm doing this. But still, it's like, this is my car. So I'm kind of being as gentle as I can with it while still, you know, just learning it and driving it. Oh, look, a puppy. Please don't run in the road. Oh my god, he looked tired. Yes, accept a faster route. Thank you. Shit, I haven't even been looking at the directions. Anyways, I just been driving. Just feeling the road, man. Just one man in his car. And the more I drive this car, the more I don't want to drive my Veloster. As much as I love that car, and as soon as it's fixed, it's definitely getting sold. So if anyone's listening to this and they want to buy a 2014 Veloster Turbo 6-speed, I am your guy in like a few months or weeks, or just whenever we get that finished. My uncle and my cousin, they're currently swapping the engine out for me, and it's like, I'm gonna have to do something for him. I gotta like cook dinner for him or something like that whenever they finish it. But maybe they'll let me like buy him pizza or something. Just, I don't know, I gotta do something to thank him. I already gotta cook. I told my cousin I was gonna make some beats for him. Not in the studio, but actual just like plants, beats, the red beats type thing that you can use to like dye your clothes and your insides. Because he had never had that before, and I fuck with beats. So I gotta cook him that. But like, yeah, they're doing me the biggest solid ever, because it's like, no one was really trying to help me out, and I'm I'm just thankful that they are, because it's like, this is the biggest help that anyone could possibly give me right now, and I can't describe just how thankful I am that they're able to do it. And it's like, whenever they get it done, they get it done. Obviously, I'd like it done sooner, but like, I'm not gonna rush greatness. I'm not gonna rush my uncle and my cuz, helping me out. That's whenever they can. But yeah, if anyone wants to buy that in like a few weeks or months, whenever that's done, that's gonna be a thing that's gonna be up for sale. Like, it's a fun car, but ultimately I just am kind of scared to drive it in the city. Don't really want to take it on the highway. I fucked around and looked up the safety rating on it one day, and I was like, oh, this isn't great at all. And it's like, driving in Atlanta, it's kind of terrible. Like, I would not recommend driving. Actually, I would. I feel like if you want to get really good at driving, you come to Atlanta. Drive in the traffic for like a couple months, you'll be good anywhere. You go from Atlanta, like Atlanta traffic, and then you go to the Autobahn, and then you're kind of just like an A1. You're basically a NASCAR driver at that point. Because everybody here just does not know how to drive. Like, the amount of times I'll be on the highway, and it's just like, people will just try to just sit and chill in my blind spot. And it's the most insane thing to me. Because, like, I try with every fiber in my being to never be in anyone's blind side. It's an active thought that I have. No matter where I'm at, no matter where I'm driving, I'm like, is someone not able to see me right now? Cool, let me rectify that. But people will come up and just sit in my blind spot and be fine with it. And they'll just, like, match my speed. And I'm like, I'm not trying to drive with you, my guy. It's the most insane thing, and it irks me every single time, the same amount, and I'll probably never get used to it, because it makes no sense why you should be in my blind spot just chilling, bro. Maybe just, like, look at the cars around you and, like, pay attention to shit, but people don't do that. Yeah, it's literally just, like, the worst traffic in the world. I hate driving in Atlanta. I don't like that I have to, and it's like my main source of income right now. I signed up for this thing called InstaWork, so I'm trying to get verified on there, and they're like, all these jobs, and then I'm going to apply, and it's like, actually, we need more information. Actually, we need more information. I just did this, like, AI phone call thing this morning at, like, 4:20, before I even left the house. 4:20. But it's just a phone call, and I talked with an AI person, and they asked me questions. And I honestly don't like how lucid it was. It was asking me poignant questions, and it was like following along, and it didn't feel like I was talking with a computer, and I hated it. Because I was like, wow, phone jobs are just gonna be obsolete here in a minute. Which is like my bread and butter. I love talking on the phone if I can get paid for that shit. So, yeah. Damn it. Traffic. I don't know, I guess I'd rather have, like, backroads traffic than me be on the highway fighting for position every minute. I'm also just, like, incredibly tired, and I know that's more Crohn's related at this point. Whenever I, like, don't eat well or whatever, it kind of fucks me up. Yeah, I'm gonna be back in the city at 8:35, which is fucking lame, dude. But I'm gonna try to just stick with, like, short trips. Nothing more than 20 minutes. And just kind of knock it out. So, get to 100, then go home and just rest. But yeah, I'm trying to get this shift work in as well. I also have, like, a system, so, like, I'm, like, not allowing myself out of bed unless it's been 8 hours. If I can't sleep, I gotta watch something or something, at least rest my body, because it's like, if not, I'll just keep going, and then I'm gonna fall asleep at the wheel, and then I'm gonna crash, and then I'm gonna be dead, or in just, like, a terrible position. with a fucked up car and a payment and all that shit. But fuck, I've been listening to Looking Ass by Nicki Minaj, so that is in my head right now. And also this car, so I got a 2024, hey, I literally, wow. Really, there's so much mucus caught in my throat right now, and it's annoying. Just need more water. Water. So the car I got is a 2024 Elantra, and I kind of laughed there because as I was saying it, another 2024 Elantra passed me. But yeah, it's a 2024 Elantra that I got. The more I drive it, I love this car. It has like safety features, and it like beeps if like there's a car beside me and I turn on my blinkers, so I know I'm like safe or whatever. Which makes me super happy. Fucking hell, dude. I'm drinking caffeine right now and I just need to be awake. Yeah, this is terrible. I want to go home and I want to lay down. But yeah, car's great and all. It has lane assist. And when I'm driving for Lyft, I'm going to have to turn that on because why would I not? But I imagine once I'm not driving for Lyft and I'm just using this as like my own personal car all the time, I'm probably going to just keep that off. Because yes, it's very useful, you know, if I'm like not paying attention or something. It'll definitely let me know. Like I tend to take my hands off the wheel and it'll be like, hey, put your hands on the wheel. And that doesn't mean I'm not like out here like texting while people in the car, but it's like I'll just like guide the steering wheel sometimes with my hands, as opposed to always having it at 10 and 2. Never while I'm driving for Lyft, of course, but I don't know, just like touch it as little as possible, I guess, instinctively, because that's what I would do with my Veloster. Because generally, at least one hand was off of the steering wheel at all points, because it's like with shifting and shit like that. Which I will miss. That's the only thing I'll probably miss about that car at this point is it had a great clutch. It was the best. My friend Steve-O, we'll call him Stevie. He fixed the clutch for me. He picked out the clutch like 2-3 years ago, I guess at this point, and it's been butter. It was so nice. Shifting that car felt great. Downshifting, oh my god, I loved it. It was so fun. And I loved the way, like, I don't know, it was just a good car. For when I had it, but I need big boy shit, and I need big boy money right now, and I need to be able to do Lyft and stuff. And I just can't do that in that car. It's like I would never drive that car in the city of Atlanta if I don't have to. If I could just keep it and have it as just like a side thing, I definitely would. But I don't have space for that, and I don't have the money for that. You know, like keep 2 cars registered and shit like that and legal on the road. Whoa, this turn came up really fast. So yeah, the lane assist in this car, super helpful. It's kind of aggressive at times. So, like the dude today, I'm driving him, right? Regular shit. And I've been in the same lane, so the car thinks I'm in this lane. And I guess it's not recognizing my hands on the wheel because, like I said before, I'm not necessarily touching it all the time. But the car is like, we're in this lane, sweet, we're chilling. I need to get over. I have to sort of fight the lane assist to break out of the lane. And that's obviously going to make the car kind of jostle a little bit and make it seem a little bit less steady. Damn, bus, slow the fuck down. This bus was going like 60 around a curb. You should have seen the fucking lean on it. It looked like a motherfucking Ducati. But fucking windy back roads, which is kind of fun right now. I'm actually having a blast driving this car, bro. I feel like the Blues Brothers. I don't know why, but for some reason when they drove whatever car they had, that's what I feel like in this car right now. And every time I'm in it, I feel like I'm a Blues Brother. And obviously the first one. I don't know, that car and just, I don't know, it's just iconic to me for some reason. But that's what I feel like. I feel cool as fuck when I'm driving this car. I get hella looks. And I did before, but it was like because the car was loud and it sounded like it went fast, and it was only 200 horsepower, so it didn't. It was like pretty mid. But like this down in like the turbo and the Veloster, the all that shit, it was fun. It's fun. But it's like I'm 31 now, and like I can't be pulling up to the function in that. I don't want to be. I'm not really trying to be that dude right now. Especially if I can't back it up, because it's like I couldn't really race in that car after a minute. It needed work. And it get pulled to the right heavily, so it just wasn't. It just ultimately wasn't. It just ultimately isn't what I need anymore. So, and it's like once I start working in phlebotomy, am I gonna want to drive that into work every day? No, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm exhausted, and I don't want that to be my daily. The next manual car is going to be a side thing, and it's going to be for fun. And I'm going to make sure I'm in a position I can drive it when I want, and I don't have to use it as my daily source of getting to and from, or like, yeah, just as my daily. The fuck, dude? I was at 53 minutes and it jumped up to an hour. Man, I need to be in this city right now. This live shit is having me like really focus on the city and like learn where I'm at, because I really didn't really know where I was before, because I didn't really get out the house. So I'd be like, I don't know where I'm going. I just know it's 40 minutes in a direction, which was what happened today. So but yeah, lane assist on this thing is kind of crazy. That's the only downside I have to it. Other than that, it's fine. And it's like I would love to have more power in it, so I might put like a cold air intake in this in the future. So it's funny when I went to go get this, like at the actual place, the dealership, I walked in and I was like, can I get something like a RAV4? I was like, I just need something like, you know, just reliable. That's gonna, you know, be able to work for Lyft and stuff like that, so it needed to be somewhat modern. And so dude's like, I'll see what I can do. Really nice guy. His name was Mike. Honestly, he made the experience of buying a car fan-fucking-tastic. Oh man, I don't know if you can even hear me right now. He kind of fell down my shirt there. But, alright, there we go. But yeah, this dude Mike, he made the process of buying this car super fantastic, super easy. But like I went there, I was looking for like a RAV4 or like a Chevy Malibu, because it was like a Toyota dealership. I was like prepared to get something pretty mid, pretty lame. Like I was like, you know what, whatever, dude. As long as the payments are right monthly, I'm just gonna do it. I really didn't give a fuck. And so he's like, all right, let me see what I can do. Like obviously he was trying to get me into something new originally, but because he was like, well, if you get a new car, it'll be like $600-700 a month, and then you like everything's covered for the lifetime of the vehicle. And I was like, I can't commit to something like that. I can't commit to like a $30,000-40,000 car payment. That would freak me out, and I would probably wake up with like night sweats every single day, thinking about how much money I owe on that car. But he's like, all right, let me see what I got. So we go over to like the used car side. He's like, all right, have a seat in here. He had me fill out some shit, and he's like gonna go look for a car, and he's like, all right, we got it. So I walk outside, he's got all the doors open. Car looks like a fucking spaceship. The front end of this car is nice and boxy, which I like. Like, it's very square. It's got a decent ass. All black. um, it just looked good. And I was like, shit, man, this might be it. I didn't say that to him. I, like, kept cool. So we start driving, and I'm like, damn, this is kind of nice. It's not pulling to the right. It's just, like, steady. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of like this a lot. So this is literally the first car he showed me, and I was like, yeah, this is it. And honestly, the fact that it was a Hyundai was just, like, it was just butter on the biscuit, man. It was just buttered my biscuit even more, because it's like, I liked my Veloster. And I wasn't necessarily trying to get away from Hyundai, but it's just like, I just wanted the most reliable thing that I could possibly get and bang for my buck. And yeah, he showed me this, and I was like, I think it was just kind of meant to be. I kind of got the same feeling I got when I got the Veloster, because it's like, I found that one on Craigslist. Drove like 2 hours. It was some insane. We drove like 2 hours to go look at it. It was a very long process. But like, I pulled up on the Veloster, and I immediately was like, I need that. I was like, I want this. And my dad was like, calm down. He was like, relax. You gotta drive it first. But first driving that Veloster, I was like, I need this. This is the car I want. Everything about it just clicked all the boxes, and I drove the shit out of that car. Every Sunday, coffee. It's just a drive somewhere. Because it was fun. I loved that car. So. And it's not that I'm not going to do shit like that in this car, but it's just going to be different. Like, the Veloster was all about the driving experience. This is more about, like, having new experiences. Like, I can go on longer trips in this, and I feel comfortable having people in this car with me. Like, let's say I did have a girl that I liked, and I was like, let's go somewhere. I would be like, maybe let's not take the Veloster, because it's kind of a safety hazard. So, I just don't have to do that right now, and that's super fantastic. Bro, it's still 53 minutes. I'm fucking losing my shit right now. I'm just wasting a lot of money. Well, not necessarily, because I paid for gas for a day with that one trip. Well, actually, gas for a lot of days. Probably like 2-3 days. I get pretty good gas mileage in this guy. I'm like really tired right now. But yeah, I don't know. I can like eventually start camping and shit in a car like this. A lot easier than a Veloster. I mean, if I got like a RAV4 or something, obviously that would have been ideal for like camping type shit, but you know, it's just, I'm playing the cards as they come. I guess if I had thought about it and I just like kept my job and got this car, I probably would be fine. Honestly, I would be fine. But I didn't even see this as an option at the time because I wasn't lifting. So I got the rental, and then it's like, I was like, well, I can't do the rental and also do work and also do school. So I quit the job, and yeah. Fuck, dude. I really don't know why I'm so tired. Well, I guess I already do know. Fucking shit. I went to bed at like 8, 9, 10. Let's say 10. I had the thought at 8. And I actually laid down at like 9 something. And then actually fell asleep at like 10 something. Because it's like I started watching YouTube or whatever. I'm sorry, sue me. I want to watch something before I go to bed, and I started watching Subway Takes. I really want to be on something like that. Or like start something like that. I always had an idea like that back in the day when I would go clubbing and shit. I wanted to like start a series where I would like record the conversations I would have with people. like, I would be having the conversations and then I wouldn't think about recording. But, like, I want to do shit like that. Legitimately. So, this is me doing that, I guess. If you build it, they will come. I gotta start talking to myself, and then maybe I'll start having conversations with other people. But, like, I don't know, when I die, I would like to be thought of as someone in, like, the realm of, like, an Anthony Bourdain, or, what's his name, Ira Glass. Something like that. I want to be the dude who is able to have those conversations with people, and, like, I want people to, like, leave from talking to me and they feel refreshed, and I don't want them to feel drained. Because, like, I feel like a lot of the conversations I have nowadays are just people complaining to me about shit. And I'll join in and complain to them about my shit, and it's like, this is not fun. This doesn't help me, it doesn't serve me, it's just like talking to talk, I guess. It's like, how many times can I hear the same story, my guy? Is that person waving at me? I don't know. Let me slow down. This is like a school zone. But yeah, most conversations are just, I'm just not really getting much out of them these days. And I feel like before I would get a lot out of shit. Or I would just, like, learn shit about people and be interested. And granted, I was also pretty drunk when I would be having these conversations. I'd be pretty trashed, and it's like, you drink enough, anything's pretty interesting. So maybe I've always had just boring-ass conversations. I mean, apparently I'm doing it, because it's like I get complimented on my communication skills pretty regularly. I mean, I'll appreciate it, but, like, I did work on it. It's kind of like a hobby. It is a hobby. It's a hobby / a passion, just like good communication, so. It's like cliche to me at this point to get complimented on it. And I'm like, who have you been talking to? And I'm like, I just met this person. Chill the fuck out. But, yeah, I'm trying to do new shit, man. So, so hopefully I get certified in phlebotomy. Hopefully I'm able to pass this test the first time. Honestly, I need to set more time aside to schedule more time to, like, study and shit. Because it's not, like, a lot, but I just need to, like, get the order of drawdown, and we have, like, a questionnaire in the back of our book, that I want to just memorize. Not questionnaire, but it's just, like, a practice test. That I would just like to get down and, like, have as, like, just solid in my memory. And then I was also given a study guide as well that I want to commit to memory. And then once I can do that, I'll be fine. I will be happy. And then I'll be ready for the test. But I need to set more time aside to do that. And be more diligent about that. Because I really, really want this to work out, like, a lot. I would love to work in the hospital system. I feel like, from my own personal background, I'm kind of the perfect guy for it ultimately, and I feel like I would actually feel like I could talk my shit in a job like this, and by that I mean, like, just, like, know what I can do, and I'm not gonna, it's not gonna be like another job where it's like, yeah, I'm good at this, but I can't really prove it to you. But if I get good at phlebotomy, I'll feel like, yeah, this is my skill, this is what I do. You're just not the same, like, type deal. And I will feel okay lording that over whoever I need to lord it over. It's like, if you're not doing your shit, you're not doing your shit. I've been handling my shit for the past however many years, which is how I got this fucking car, which how I got promoted at my job. Granted, it didn't work out because they fucking lied to me, and they weren't trying to move me up. I'm like, I'm not trying to be a receptionist. I'm trying to be a service advisor. And the fact that they hired people in this, it's whatever. I'm just not gonna let somebody like that keep me down ever again. And if I get this phlebotomy figured out, I'm not gonna have to. Because it's like everybody needs phlebotomists. Jobs are kind of everywhere. My teacher was showing me like several travel options for shit like that as well. So that's the only focus, man. And I mean, she was telling us we don't have to be certified to actually be a phlebotomist in Georgia, which is cool. She said it helps get your foot in the door, but like she was like, I could start applying to jobs right now. So once she looks at my resume on Saturday, if she's willing, then I'm gonna start sending it out. And like, hopefully someone bites, and I can get a real big boy job. And as soon as I get it, I'm stacking motherfucking money, saving, get this car paid off ASAP ASAPification type shit. So damn, dude, I'm like really tired. This is not great. I don't think that was a stop sign. Anyways. Sometimes they have 4 ways I know it look like a stop sign, but it's not a stop sign. But also, yeah, I think I got a new subscriber. I don't know, I see 3 on there. I feel like I had 2 before, so if somebody new is listening to this, or if anyone's listening to this, I appreciate it. I'm surprised you are here and you've made it to this part of the recording. Because honestly, this is kind of a Hello Future Me type of situation where it's like I just kind of want to look back on it. So I'm just kind of putting it out there to see what happens. And also, if someone wants to hire me as like a voice actor, man, that is always still like the pipe dream, to be a voice actor. I haven't really put much towards it. I want to like start auditioning for shit like that, but honestly, I'm just a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared to do all that. I have like teeth issues, and I'm gonna probably have to get a tooth pulled again here pretty soon. So, oh, my feet. I still have 41 minutes. Fuck me. But yeah, that's like pipe dream ultimate job, or if I could do that. But yeah, if you are subscribed and you're listening to this, I appreciate you. I would say spread it to your friends, but please don't. Or do, I don't know. Self-promotion like this seems stupid to me. Which is why I want to be a phlebotomist. Because then I can just be like, yeah, I got this skill, fuck you. Like, I don't want to be like, yeah, I got a great voice. I don't know if I do. I really don't know if I do. I've gotten compliments on it, but like, I don't know, whatever. I don't want to toot my horn that much. But yeah, thanks for listening. If you're listening, if you get something out of it, I'd love if you like commented or something. If I could get like a video response to some shit and we could like have like a back and forth. Let's build our channels together, you know? This is guerrilla podcasting. Let's make this like a real thing. So, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna stop this. Because I want to listen to music, I guess. So, yeah. Alright, self, your future me, future children, whoever. This is the staging lot. This is me waiting for rides at the airport. This is what it looks like. Just a bunch of Lyft, Uber drivers, limousines, shit like that. We're all just sitting here waiting for fucking rides. Queue's pretty long right now, so this is what it is. Just so I can like have a snapshot of it or whatever.